An update tonight on the pending sale of the Grand Lucine Resort property. Police recovering a large quantity of stolen goods in the West. And a special skills camp for students of the Beacon School.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all. I'm Shashina Roll-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping the news this evening, ZNS News has learned that the government has extended the letter of intent for the Grand Lucine's purchase by 30 days to give all of the partners involved time to explore all areas of the multi-million-dollar deal. Italia Hall has an update.
Unconfirmed reports say the ITM Group and Royal Caribbean are expected to present a heads of agreement to the government at the end of July. Due to the involvement of multiple parties, it is said that the deal has become a bit challenging, especially as it relates to the redevelopment of the Freeport Harbor. ZNS News understands that the companies are also interested in the Grand Bahama International Airport, owned by Hutchison Whampoa, to ensure that sufficient airlift is secured. They believe that in order for the project to succeed, adequate sea and airlift is a must. Reports say that negotiations will continue and a meeting is set to be held soon so that all parties involved can come to a mutual agreement. The deal is expected to be finalized between September and October of this year. Now, the multi-million-dollar project is set to include the redevelopment of the Grand Lucine Resort and the Freeport Harbor and is expected to create thousands of jobs during its first phase, transforming Grand Bahama's economic situation. The government signed a letter of intent with the ITM Group and Royal Caribbean in March of this year. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
In other news, the police are continuing the search for the person or persons responsible for the fatal shooting of an unidentified man. As Jamila Mizik tells us, police are looking at a possible link with another criminal matter reported to police on Sunday morning.
Police on Grand Bahama are actively investigating the island's latest homicide. Around 2:30 Sunday morning, officers were called to West Atlantic Drive, where they found a male believed to be in his 30s lying on the ground with gunshot wounds to the abdomen and back. The victim was rushed to hospital where he died. The fatal shooting taking place 30 minutes after a nearby business was robbed at gunpoint. We asked Assistant Commissioner of Police Samuel Butler if the two incidents may be connected.
We suspect that there may be some relationship between both of them, where the person who met his demise may have just been an innocent walker along the street. We are still early in our investigation.
Now, police have not yet identified the victim, but at last report they're searching for his next of kin. ACP Butler says the police department is equally concerned about the use of weapons used to commit various offenses, as well as causing harm and injury to innocent individuals.
And while the perpetrator may have directed their attention to a particular person, but they're using it in areas where other persons are commuting and socializing. And so that's a very high on the concern of the police department to ensure that we continue to go after these prolific individuals who will lend themselves to that kind of behavior.
ACP Butler says many of these suspects are no stranger to the criminal justice system. He's asking that persons continue to be vigilant. Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Officers from the 8 Mile Rock Division recovering a large quantity of stolen goods. The items ranging from flat-screen TVs, propane gas tanks, costume jewelry, computers, and even toiletries. According to Superintendent of Police Officer in charge of the 8 Mile Rock Division, Sean Norville Smith, 6 persons between the ages of 18 to 35 are in custody and are expected to be formally charged this week.
Over the past several months, there have been a number of shop-breaking matters reported to us in the 8 Mile Rock Division as well as the Freeport area. As a result of these shop-breakings, a special duty team was put in place to bring some resolve to these matters. As a result of the investigations and collaboration with members of the community, we were able to take several suspects into custody.
Superintendent Norval Smith thanking the public and officers for their assistance. He's also sending this appeal.
If persons come to you wanting to sell property to you, ensure that they have a valid business license. If they don't have one, we are admonishing you to come to us for assistance so that we can guide you on whether or not to take that course of action. We want to encourage residents to properly label your belongings and to place some sort of identification mark on them. It goes a long way in assisting you, if it is stolen, in identifying your property.
And in news from the court, 12 foreign nationals convicted in Freeport Magistrates Court yesterday. 5 Jamaicans, 2 Chinese, 2 Colombians, 2 Haitians, 1 Lithuanian, and 1 Bahamian appearing in magistrate court before Magistrate Reagan Johnson, and they were convicted of breach of the immigration laws. 52-year-old Nathan A. Morley Jr., a Bahamian citizen of Freeport, pled not guilty to assisting illegal embarkation, and the matter was adjourned to November 25th. Bail was set at $8,000 with one surety. According to the authorities, Morley and the group of migrants were found on board a 25-foot motor vessel in waters off West End, making preparatory steps to leave the Bahamas on July 12th. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after the break.